Hello everybody, today I'll be telling you how I made my latest video, Scientific Sammy. Now, in my opinion, Scientific Sammy is probably the best video on my channel, and I don't like to speak too highly of myself. So, how did I get around to making it? Well, the first thing I did was I came up with the idea. So I found the toys and I thought there's some potential in making a short film about these characters. And instantly I had a whole trilogy in my head, possibly more. So the first thing I did was I wrote the script. Now when writing the script I was very conscious of how I was going to make it, because I'd made stuff like Solar Zombie and Emotion Attack before, which were very heavy on visual effects and were quite hard to make, but I'd never really thought of stuff that were quite on this challenging of a level. Everything else was very clear to me how I was going to make. This wasn't quite so much. The first thing I did was I began the filming process. Now I didn't use my camera for this, I actually used my phone because my camera doesn't have a macro lens, and from Adam the Time Traveller 5-6, the Solar Zombie sequel, prequel and the Emotion Attack video, I know that having a macro lens is very important. So instead I filmed every shot and emailed every shot to myself to my computer. And unlike any other short film and stuff that I've made that involve animation, I actually didn't record the audio on the same device as filming. I recorded the audio separately afterwards, which was new to me, but I think it works a lot better because, I don't know, it just works better, it's more convenient, and it's just better in every way. Anyway, so most of the filming was me just getting time, using my phone and just filming everything I could by looking at the script and deciding what shots I was going to use. If you're wondering how I determined which shot would go in which part of the video, I just had to use my mind and tell myself where it would fit best. And eventually I managed to get all the shots that I felt I needed, even if some had to be redone for lighting and some shots ended up not being used. I ended up trying to use as many shots as I possibly could and not let any of the filming go to waste. Other processes involved stop motion animation, and there was one or two bits which were used with a green screen, but most of the parts were either just me holding my phone camera to the toys, or were used with basic stop motion animation on my phone. The audio was done using my microphone, which I am using here, as you can see. I'm getting a new microphone soon anyway, so this one won't be useful for the next two parts of Scientific Sammy. Anyway, so I used the microphone and I recorded the audio. I recorded each character's audio separately because I felt like it would keep me in character better, because I felt like I would be able to keep the voice going longer if I spent longer getting myself into character and didn't have to change voice in between every line. So what I did was I just recorded the lines by reading the script and saying the lines how I felt that they should be said, including sound effects, etc, etc. And then I edited them using a software called Audacity, where simply I selected each individual scene and just added the right amount of like reverb, echo effects, etc, everything I needed to make it sound like they're in the room I wanted them to be in. For example, in the shots where they're hanging on the rope, judging by how loud they were talking, I added slightly more echo so that it added a more realistic feel to it, as well as nature noises I added on afterwards in my video editing. And then came to the most necessary part, the actual editing process on the video software I use, which is Wondershare Filmora X. So I went every scene one by one in order as I edited them. The editing took about a week because of the time I had to do it. And when I did them, I muted every video shot I had filmed on my phone and just kept the audio. The audio included background noise such as lab noises and nature noises, depending on what the scene was. And I tried to do as good audio editing as I could, including stereo stuff and everything and volume adjustment. And I added the appropriate background music and sound effects. And when I was editing the audio, I was kind of adding the video consecutively. I usually trim the audio to the right length and stuff first, and then pick what shot I wanted to use, or I do a couple of shots then do the audio. I usually did the audio first anyway, so that was much easier, much more convenient, and that's just the way I did it. Anyway, after I had every scene done, I put the scenes together, added any last minute adjustments like transitions, trimmed little bits I guess. Didn't really do much, to be honest, added a couple extra sound effects, and came up with a video that you all know and hopefully enjoyed watching today. As of recording, the video is not actually online yet, it's been edited but I haven't uploaded it, so I hope you will enjoy it. Of course, you can see deleted scenes and stuff on this channel here, on my extra channel, and the original video will be linked in the description if you want to watch it, which you should have watched it before watching this. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this informational video, and see you for my 500 subscriber special how I made. Anyway, goodbye.